the things that do provoke a moral outrage are increasingly baffling to me. The one that took over the internet over the past week was the Sydney Sweeney ad. I actually have the clip here just to remind everyone, not just because I want to watch it again, I promise.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has very genes.
This provoked such a reaction that the president of the United States has now weighed in and praised the ad and Sydney Sweeney for her supposedly being registered as a Republican at one point. What the hell is going on? You know, you're a social psychologist. Could you just explain this phenomenon to me?
Well, that's only the 341st time I've seen that. So yeah, that's it's still ongoing. It's fascinating, because the big thing before that was the CEO kiss cam, and that had like 3 or 4 days of discourse. But this ad is just
that was another moral outrage, though. You're right.
Yeah. But this one is just, I mean, it's people are still interested in it. I think I was interested more so in the reaction. The ad itself seemed perfectly inoffensive to me. That ad, that could have ran 20 years ago, starring, I don't know, Paris Hilton or Jessica Simpson or something, and no one would have cared.
It's not Nazi propaganda, in your opinion.
I don't
my
think
genes are blue. Yeah.
I do not like. It's a homonym, right? Like, it's a very innocent, funny, like, kids have made that joke before. Genes and genes. If you take, sophomore biology, you'll hear, 15-year-olds making dumb jokes like that. But somehow this became, we went to DEF CON 1 because Sydney Sweeney did this for an ad. It's the ad is, whatever, but the reaction I was fascinated by, because I thought, because it was so apparently controversial, that people on the right would line up and defend it. And, so Trump defended it. But I saw a lot of guys on Twitter saying things like, oh, like, why do we even care about Sydney Sweeney? Isn't she just a 6? She's just mid. Like, why are they shoving this girl in our face like this? And then on the left,
people were calling Sydney Sweeney a mid, a 6.
Yeah, a 6. She's just a 6. She's I saw one viral tweet that called her like a glorified OnlyFans girl.
That's so mean.
Yeah, and these were, like, unsurprisingly, these are like anonymous accounts with large followings that are like whatever, like red pill, black pill, kind of adjacent, angry young guys probably. And then on the political left, you saw women criticizing the ad. And to their credit, they were, writing under their real name, taking responsibility for their opinions. And they were, saying, oh, the ad is trafficking in these fascist tropes, outdated Nazi propaganda about what counts as the ideal beauty standard of blonde hair and blue eyes. This is outrageous. And I saw people, tweeting this, and everyone had their hot take, and I didn't know if I had anything interesting to say, but, I did have this kind of evolutionary psychology lens of, what's sometimes called intra-sexual competition. So there's, we talked about Peter Turchin's of intra-elite competition. So within the elites, there's conflict and struggle, but then evolutionary psychology, they have the idea of intra-sexual competition. So within each sex, there's competition for, they use this metaphor of the market, of we're all trying to advertise our best qualities and try to acquire, a romantic partner, the best romantic partner we can. And so if you're a single person and you want a romantic partner, there are kind of 3 things you could do. One is to improve yourself, make yourself a more desirable person, make more people open to dating you. The other is to denigrate potential rivals and undermine them. And then the third is to just do nothing. But then there's a 4th option, which I see not spoken about quite as frequently, which is you can attempt to manipulate the opposite sex in order to make them more open to dating you so you lower their self-esteem. And I think this was what was going on with these like angry red pill Twitter accounts who were calling Sydney Sweeney a mid, is they were essentially
That's their shot.
communicating.
They're lowering her self-esteem, and then they're going to shoot their shot with Sydney. They're negging her.
Not Sydney Sweeney. Yeah. But they're not.
Oh, that's not the audience.
Well, they're not hoping that Sydney Sweeney's going to date. Like they're not even these guys are that deluded. But what they're hoping is that girls who look like Sydney Sweeney might be open to dating them. So if they broadcast this belief of, oh, there's a very highly attractive actress and she's a mid, and then the next unspoken sentence is, so therefore, if you look like her, you should be more open to dating me. It's like, don't think you're so special. And then I think for a lot of the like more left-leaning women who are criticizing the ad and saying, oh, it's Nazi propaganda, the next unspoken sentence is, therefore you should think I'm beautiful, not her. Blonde hair and blue eyes, that's outdated fascist tropes. Instead, you should think that I'm beautiful.
That was a clip from Just Asking Questions. You can watch another one here, the full episode here, and subscribe right down here.